Will the metaverse transform the training and development industry? We'll find out in just a moment. But first, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with other people so that we can get basically more ideas, more comments, more innovations to make better videos that'll help you to, well, basically be better. So, this is Arthur Karmazzi, best-selling author and currently ranked as the world's #1 thought leader in organizational culture. And today, we're gonna look at the metaverse related to training and development. So, first of all, how many of you have actually gone to an event in the metaverse? Yes, they do exist. In fact, there's a whole bunch of them. But ultimately, it's kind of cool once, because ultimately you just have to make a little avatar. You go, you sit down, you still watch a presentation. Sometimes it's so small though you can't even see the presentation. And then you kind of get to talk to people. That's kind of cool because, well, ultimately you have this opportunity to kind of get together with different groups. But yeah, you know, it's not really anything that's going to improve the learning and development. Now, that doesn't mean that learning and development doesn't have the potential to be drastically improved in the metaverse. See, let's look at what a metaverse will do. And let's look at the movie industry. I mean, how many of you like movies? Maybe you go to the last, a Marvel movie where you got like Spider-Man or Doctor Strange, or, you've got, The Matrix, which was actually created in a whole kind of metaverse environment, the last one. All of these are movies, and all of these movies, well, have a story. Now, if you think about it, as human beings, we have learned ultimately through story. And the more the story interacts with who we are and what we're doing and how we apply it, well, that means that the potential for learning is even better. So if you're looking at a metaverse to have an event, that's not really going to be helping the environment for learning and development. But if you are able to create stories that support learning within specific areas of learning and development, now you've got a winning combination, because an individual can immerse themselves within a story. And that means that people that will go into this story are not going to just be observers, they're going to be active participants. And as active participants in a story, that means they will learn together with other people, and potentially, if you've watched the previous videos, an AI that will be able to ask questions, lead them here, take them there, based on what they need to achieve, what they need to learn. So, especially in the relationship to soft skills, where you're able to truly understand how leadership would work and not work in certain situations, okay? And all of this is connected through a potential metaverse. In order to be able to support this, the metaverse has to be specific only to the learning and development industry. That's it. It can't be a everybody type of metaverse where you can find Nike shoes or go to, HSBC Bank, okay? The idea is to be able to specifically use this platform for learning and development. Now, if that's the case, and you are inside of this metaverse as a trainer, well, that also means that HR people, leaders, organizations that are looking for unique and, well, basically more effective solutions to achieving training and development are going to be able to go into this metaverse and look for providers. And of course, providers like you. Now, the story itself is not alone, because remember, the key to creating multiple options and solutions for our clients is essentially going to be the idea of collaboration. That means that there are other providers, other trainers, other consultants, other coaches who also bring in their expertise, their ideas, so that clients can get mixed stories and can go from one place to another and able to learn and develop their people. Now, if you are in a situation where you are in the metaverse compared to, let's say, for example, like on Google or have an ad in Facebook, okay, that means it's a lot easier for people to find you. Why? Well, because they can have a glimpse into your story in the beginning. And you have a better platform to ultimately teach or, well, help people to discover their ideal leadership identity or their ideal customer service ability, customer experience ability, or whatever it is that you're doing. You can help people to be more innovative. You can help people to understand how to be more trusting, to feel it. Why? Because it's an immersive experience rather than an observatory experience. So ultimately what we're doing is creating a problem-solving platform. A platform where HR professionals, leaders can come to determine, to discover the greatest innovations in learning and development, rather than just kind of go to the basic Google ads that they've been looking at or get some recommendations from people that, well, don't know what they don't know is available, right? So the metaverse still has that draw because it's totally new. So getting people in is not difficult, but getting people to come back, well, that's where, again, the metaverse has an advantage because you can gamify things. You can make it fun. You can make it different each time people come in. You can come to a situation where you have one problem that kind of leads you into the solution that can also be applied to other problems that you would never, ever get in some video training, or some cases, even live training. But ultimately, this is designed to create live, real-world implementation. Why? Well, because, within the metaverse, you can have some fun, you can get some confidence, you can literally apply things that you might be a little bit scared to apply in the real world. But once you've done it in the metaverse, once you've got the results already, once you see how this works and you've got the different scenarios that you've probably been thinking around in your head and you've got the solutions, then it's a lot easier to implement because you know the outcomes. It's like, I'm safe. And so therefore, what happens is that you, as a trainer, a coach, a consultant, are going to stand out and be recognized. Why? Well, because you're an innovator. Because it is you that is taking HR into digital transformation. It is you that is using learning tokenization to ensure that people get more ROI, companies get more ROI on their training. And so with that, I want to leave you with this idea of the metaverse. In fact, we're actually creating the metaverse called the Wisdom City. It's basically a learning and development metaverse, and it's part of the Global Mentor Exchange. And the Global Mentor Exchange is a group of trainers, coaches, consultants who are essentially own the metaverse, and they own the different facets of content and are, well, essentially pioneers in this area. And if you'd like to join us, well, then leave a comment below or just go ahead and contact me. This is Arthur Kermazi, wishing you great success.